everyone, Alexandra here. So today I'm going to take you through a tutorial through every single thing you need in Beacons.ai. So as a marketer and content creator myself, I do know the importance of finding the right platform that can essentially do it all. So Beacons AI did start kind of like a link in bio type of solution, but these days you can do everything with it. And I'm just going to show you what I mean by that. So one step at a time, we're going to add in our most important social networks. Now let's assume you sell shoes. You're going to add in only your most important social networks, those that are tied to your product, where people can see your product and maybe even make a purchase. Now, I don't sell shoes, but I've just added my Instagram account where you can see some of my past illustrations from back when I was giving that a try, and also my YouTube channel for now. And now, remember the tool is AI powered, so to some extent, it will do things in your place so that you can get an initial template, so to say, for your brand after all. Now, I'm going to leave this illustration I made as the profile photo. I am adding in a short bio, just a short description. You can also use AI to regenerate just different ideas for that. Now, whenever people click on your link, you're going to see this. So you can see the tool is already putting together some of the things in your place. I am personally just going to select, some brand related colors just to make sure the design is there. This will be your link right here. And we are in the editor. Okay, so from here, you have all of your options on the left side. You have the option to edit your LinkedIn bio profile, create a website, run email marketing, set up a store, put together your media kit. So as you can see, this is really an all-in-one creator platform. So I'm just going to walk you through, some of the options you have in here. So the number one important thing, let me just move myself, is how your LinkedIn bio is going to look like. You want to keep only the important parts because otherwise, if you start adding in there like all of your products, lots of sign up links, lots of links, people are just not going to know what to click on, what you want them to do. So in my case, from links, I'm actually going to edit this and I'm going to remove the link tree as well as the branding from Beacons, and I'm actually going to remove this for now. So let's just say I'm selling illustrations for this tutorial. Instagram is all I need. I only want people to reach out there. I also do have an option. Actually, it's not just an option, it's like super detailed when it comes to exactly how you want this page to look like. You also have settings, just, extra things in there. Now I also have an email sign up link. I do happen to have a newsletter, so I'm actually going to leave this here. The only thing in my case is I'm going to remove the name. I only need their email. I don't want them to, be hesitant to subscribe to my newsletter just because they need to give their name or just like extra information. So this is up to you. If you need maybe their phone number or gender if you sell clothes so that you can better target your emails, that's perfectly fine. But just note that, it's just faster to ask for the email. And then there's the store in here. Now, I don't necessarily have a store, but I can add a course. But this is going to open up the product creator where you can actually create products in here. In my case, I personally have a Skillshare course, so I might want to link to this instead. But for now, I'm just going to leave this course here and then we're going to edit it later on with all the details. Now, in terms of design, I've already selected the color. I do have some other options in here. I can also, just rearrange everything, re-edit the colors if I want to, change the exact aspect of this. Again, this is highly editable and you don't need any, HTML skills or whatever. Plus, you also have the inside. So for example, if I click here, I'm going to add it here, and this is essentially going to count as an extra view. And let's just see if this was updated in real time. And you can see it's 2 views instead of 1. So it's like instant real time analytics, if that makes sense. Plus, once you have enough data, you will get every single detail you need. Like you can see which links people clicked on, just so you can see, exactly, where the traffic is coming in. So for example, if you add this link on your Instagram account, like at the very top, you're going to see that people came in. So they entered your funnel essentially via Instagram, and then you can see exactly how they left. And then you also have some, extra advanced settings like setting up a custom domain, selecting if you have sensitive content or not, and so on, including tracking everything via Google Analytics and connecting this with, a Facebook pixel, a Pinterest pixel, and so on. Then you have your website. So yes, this is actually going to mean you can create a website with this tool. You just select a template. I recommend you customize these as much as possible because these are very basic. And if everyone starts using them, all of these websites are just going to look the same. So I'm not going to get into a lot of detail with this because it would take forever. But essentially, this works just like any other website builder. You've got your pages option in here. So this, for example, is the home. You can add an extra page, for example, with, let's say, products. And then in here, you can come in, select your design. You can just work with these as you wish. And then you're going to add from plus section, a section to continue developing that page. Because as you can see, compared to our home page, which was, a ready-made template, when you add a new page, you're just going to get the hero image at the very top. So this one right here. And after this, it's up to you to add, for example, this, which is your Instagram feed. Or maybe we also want to add just content. It can be text, for instance, and then let's assume you want to add text under a different format, maybe an image, a video, it depends. And for every section, you have this edit section option, and you can choose to remove a heading, for example, a subheading. This will leave you just with an image, for instance. And if you go to layout, again, you have so many options to work with these. For instance, you can display products or ideas for wearing your shoes or whatever you're selling. Now, let's just assume this website is ready. We are ready to publish it. We're going to have an initial URL, but again, if you have a custom domain, you can get, that clean URL, redshoes.com or whatever, and instead, you'll just have this website. And this is actually how it works. You're going to get back into this editor, change whatever you want to, add new pages, add new products, and that's how you make a change to your website design. Then we're moving on to the email marketing module. To be fair, this email marketing tool works pretty much like any other email marketing solution out there, including offering you automation capabilities. So this will allow you to, for example, schedule an email or create certain flows for your emails. Now, the benefit of Beacons is that it does have some AI powered features. So, for example, if you want to promote a product or, in my case, a YouTube video, all I have to do is add my link into the AI email generator, and the tool is actually going to put together something for me in the meantime. But you do have all of your templates right here. So it's simple things like sending a welcome email, driving store sales, and so on. And this, for example, is, a typical simple post again, I don't recommend you use this straight away. Instead, use this so that you can edit your final email. And again, it's like with the website builder. You have your design options, then the customized broadcast options, which gives you the email editor that is a drag and drop style editor. So you can come in, edit everything straight away. You can find a lot of other email marketing tool tutorials on my channel, but all of them work, in similar ways. Again, like with the website builder, you have the option to add in new elements, and for each element, for example, with the spacer, you have the option to edit it as you wish, change it in terms of design. Maybe for this text here, you have a lot of options, just like simple customization options, fonts, spacing, just so that this email is going to look exactly the way you want to. And after you send yourself a test email, you can just send it straight away with a proper subject line, a preview, adding your recipients, and so on. There's some limitations. For example, you don't have A/B testing for your subject line. So instead, you're going to have to break your subscribers list into two different batches to send them separately if you want to test out a subject line or a format for your email. But what's super handy is the fact that you do have automations. So you can just go create a new automation. And then here you have a bunch of examples, or you can just start from scratch if you want a bit more, actually, a lot more, first of all, creativity. And second of all, freedom to do whatever you want to. You can also check out my drip tutorial on my channel, which gives you, some rough ideas for automations you can try out. But this tool works, similarly. You go in, you select when you want your automation to start, then you select, a time delay if you need it. So in our case, we can wait an hour or whatever after somebody joins your email list, just in case they might want to unsubscribe in case they subscribed accidentally or whatever. Then you have your first email. And again, this is going to be just another email editor like I've just showed you. Then you have the option to add maybe another email. I'm just going to add this for now. And in between these, you have another time delay. Maybe give it a try with a couple of days and so on. This is, the limitation when it comes to automation with Beacons is that you can only do things with email. So you can only automate emails. With other tools like Drip, for instance, or even MailChimp and so on, even Intercom if you want to try that as an email marketing solution. But with those tools, you can automate different kinds of events. Like you can send them to different lists. You can send them maybe a message like separately outside of the email space. You can send your sales team a message to notify them that, a certain person is interested in a specific product and so on. And at the end, you just have to click on activate automation and everything's going to be rolling. Now, finally, for email, I would like to talk about, just the importance of making sure that you are legally safe. So having all of your correct sender's information, your physical address, plus, remember that the tool is actually going to add in the unsubscribe option at all times, so you don't have to worry about that because, people will get the option to unsubscribe in case they want to. That's just a legal requirement, so to say. Now, moving on, remember that when we put together the link in bio screen, we also added a product. In our case, it was a course. So when you go to store, you can actually see some inspiration from other people, kind of like products they are selling. And I personally highly recommend that you check these out and find your inspiration, both in terms of the products you can sell, as well as just how others sell their products, because this is going to help you better position yourself as a creator and also maybe stand out. So from here, you can just create a new product, or if you have a Shopify store, there's a native integration with that, as you can see here. So it's like super easy to put together. And in our case, we've already created the course. So you're going to have the product page. This is what people who haven't paid for the course see, with on the right all of the editing options. I'm not going through all of them because again, it's just super detailed. So imagine being able to do everything. But the point is that you give these a try because I mean, there's even search engine optimization settings. So it's that detailed. And then you also have a actual course setup. So what this means is you can create the course in here. So you can use Beacons AI as a replacement for Skillshare, for any kind of handmade course that you might think of, and actually create the entire course in here with, modules, exercises, and so on. You also have the option to edit your checkout screen. So again, for example, if you need certain, information for billing, add a field in here, like a location, a phone number, or whatever, just to make sure you are legally covered. Plus, don't forget to customize your, final success screen and even send an email with the details of, the purchase, so to say. Now, as an idea, you can create a diversity of products from like a digital download. So maybe you have a PDF, ebook you want to sell. You can just set up appointments and get people to pay for them. So this works kind of like a Calendly version for creators, helping you with really everything from your personal branding to setting up scheduling meetings to getting people to pay for these appointments. Now, for all of these products, you will have your analytics screen so that you can see exactly, how well you're doing in terms of revenue, sales, and of course, the source of your revenue. Then you have your orders so that you can track these, organize them, and just like better deliver your products. You also have some reviews and inquiries, so you can actually get reviews on your course in our case, and some extra settings. Now, we also have a media kit, which is super simple, but it's essentially what you can use if you want people to talk about you. They can just come in here and pull in some information about your services or about what you do. This is kind of like a replacement to a portfolio. So I, for example, as a marketer and writer, can use this to showcase my work, my articles, and so on. And actually, I think I'm going to create a profile for my writing business as well after this, so that I can showcase exactly, the articles I'm working on, the projects I've had, which companies I've worked with in the past, and maybe some of the results and so on. Beacons does think of everything. So there is one common challenge content creators have, and that is just knowing how to price your services. So, for example, with this pricing calculator that's native to Beacons, I, as a YouTube creator, can go in, select my platform. I'm going to add in the number of subscribers I have, maybe go to the advanced calculator to add in some extra information, click on calculate rates, and you will get a recommended rate. Now, it depends on the type of work you have. This can be an hourly rate, or it can be, for example, for an Instagram account. If you create a branded reel, you will know exactly how much to charge for a specific type of post based on these insights. Now, if you go to the left side of the menu, at the very bottom, you'll see an option to explore more apps. I recommend just pinning them all. And what this is going to do is going to give you some extra options in here, such as your audience manager, where you can see the email subscribers you have, for instance. And then there's a post activity as well, where you're going to be able to track and get analytics for your social media accounts. So, to some extent, this does also help you with your social media efforts. Now, these examples were just strictly for engaging your audience. You also have your brand deals right here, where you have an option for an AI brand outreach tool that will help you auto generate custom outreach emails, as well as an invoicing module, which will be essential, and again, the pricing calculator. And then you also have a couple of other tools to help you run your business, like a V9 generator or a tool that can get you paid as soon as possible, and some extra utilities such as a link shortener. Because let's face it, we all use third party tools for this, as well as a QR code generator. This is still in the works, but it's going to change the way we work because honestly, these tools, you can find QR code generators that are free out there, but they're not super effective. They're not always secure. They're not highly customizable. So instead, this is going to help you create custom, secure, safe, easy to use QR codes. And in the next video, I'm actually going to take you through a couple of options in which you can generate a QR code and why each version works best, if that's helpful to you. Now, I recommend you go and try the tool. Again, this is by far the best link in bio tool, but also I do think it's one of the best platforms for content creators just because I wouldn't say it's super cluttered. There's definitely a lot of features, but each of them helps you with a core need that you have as a content creator. So essentially, you'll find everything you need in this platform. Now, I also recommend you go and check out some of my other videos if you are interested in seeing how some other marketing tools or content design tools work. And I will see you next time.